All right, we are live. Hello, everybody out there. First and foremost, you know how we do this. I've got to make sure that we sound okay. So, can everybody give me a thumbs up? And Remmert, why don't you say something so we can test your sound?
Hello, David. Hello, everybody. Yes,
Oh,
I'm ready. I hear you fine. I hope everybody hears me and you.
oh,
Let's see.
smooth and silky voice. Let's make sure. Give everybody a second to catch up with us.
I gotta go for an ad first, I guess.
What's that?
I think they have to go for an ad first, maybe.
An ad? No. What are you, insane? All right, I'm getting thumbs up that we sound okay and there's no crazy echo like there sometimes is, because there sometimes is.
Awesome.
I know.
Right.
Oh, look at you. Look at you getting involved with the chat, Remmert. All right, we've got some people coming in. We've got Omega Bond watches. We've got Lewis Adam. We've got Gauthier, the
hmm
designer. He's so cool. We've got Luke. Luke hopes he wins. How dare you hope you win? How dare you? Mike Poplawski, you know him and love him. Where's everybody signing in from? John Lennon already knows, Ireland. Remmert and I are at secret locations dotted throughout the world. Right? That was a mandate, wasn't it, Remmert?
Yep, that's how we roll.
We got New York City, all the way from New York City. Nice. Amiga Bond watches. There's Lorenzo. Nice man. By the way, Remmert, you did a poll. I don't even want to call it a
Mhm.
poll. You literally had the audience choose your libation. What was the
Yeah, exactly.
choice?
Yeah. Well, it's between two beers because I thought I'd keep it light tonight. But basically, the Dutch Heineken beer and the Jamaican, uh, red stripe. But as a Dutch person, I'm happy to say that Heineken won.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna having a Heineken. I'll,
Was it a
so
landslide or was it close?
it was pretty close actually. It was 55% against 45. So it was actually pretty close. And actually, I expected actually Red Stripe maybe to win, but I guess Heineken, yeah, did a good job in their marketing. So here
Nice.
we go, guys. I'm gonna open this now.
Oh, wait for it. Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
sound at the end of a week. Remember,
Well,
did you
cheers,
have a
Dave.
hard week? Did you have a tough week?
Well, I mean, during these times, every week is not the easiest week,
Yeah.
but I mean, I can't complain, and yeah, it's going pretty good.
And by the way, your
Um,
your
yeah.
pussycat, which I assumed is named Octopussy, is making a little howling. I like that.
So I know, yeah, we have, like I'm basically the villain with a cat here, indeed, and yeah, she's walking
Remmert,
around.
so I've got to tell you because
Mhm.
Heineken did win out. I didn't want anybody to feel bad. So
Ah, great. All right, there you go.
hold
Well, we
on,
got both
hold on.
represented anyway. That's
This
great.
this this
Okay.
bottle opener looks great, but it doesn't. It's not a great opener. Oh, cheers, my friend. Cheers,
All
everybody out
right,
there.
cheers, man. Cheers, everybody.
Welcome to our happy hour. Thank you, everybody, for dialing in. We've got 138 people on right now who
hmm
hopefully you have a libation. Please post, you know how this goes. Please post what you're drinking so we can figure it all out. We've got somebody from Waldorf, Maryland, Ron
Oh,
Pruitt. I know him. By the way, Nick Dunback already has recognized that we are representing and we're wearing Orlebar Brown. What are you wearing, Remmert?
all right. So I'm wearing the Thunderball striped shirt, which is one of my favorites of the latest release because I think it was a sort of must release for Orlebar Brown. They didn't do it in the first one, so this is I think a great one. It's just an iconic shirt. It's a great shirt, very recognizable. So yeah, I'm wearing that one today, representing, and I think yeah, I think you're also a Thunderball. Looks like.
I'm thunderballing, and that just sounded awful. Put the kids to sleep. This is a happy hour, people. This is going to get raw. Yes, I'm wearing probably one of my favorites. The linen feels really good. A lot of
hmm
people say, "Can men pull off pink?" If Connery did it in the '60s, do you really need to even ask that question? So that's my take on things.
Yeah, I wear that one a lot too, actually. I think it's a great one if you actually go to a pool or to a beach. It's actually very comfortable. It's very easy to wear, so yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, and I figure once we announce the winners and everybody else who's not a winner starts to get angry at us, then we're going to start sweating. So we need something that's going to wick away the moisture, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
No, this was a fun one though. I mean, Remmert and I, the cool thing is, and this tells you a little bit about the brands. The brands do not puppeteer, much to some people's surprise. They say, hey, we'd love to offer a contest. What do you guys have in mind? And Remmert and I thought, how do we do something creative that gives a little bit of activity? And Remmert, I want to give you credit because you're the one that said, let's just not do a hashtag, or a share. Let's do something a little bit different. But I love the creativity behind it.
Yeah, it's a great, I think, thing to, have a contest where you have to do a little bit more than just, answer a question. Like usually that's also fun because, it shows, it's not for everyone to enter. You have to be somewhat knowledgeable, I guess, even though the questions are usually not too tricky. But this one, I think, because we both did it, we thought, it would be fun to do something together instead of just two separate contests. So I think it's great to, connect a little bit and, as friends and as Bond fans, it's a great way to connect as well. So yeah, we had fun setting it up, and I hope people had fun entering. And well, we got a lot of entries as well. We can be impressed by the number of people that came up with creative sentences. So
yeah. Tyler Hogan actually asks a really good question, Remmert, which I think we should answer, which is how many people entered? So how many people entered from your side?
Well, I can say from my side, it's over 700 people.
Well, that just means that Remmert's more popular than me because I had about 600, just shy under 600. But
well,
that's
very similar.
Great.
I mean,
1,100 people.
Yeah. And like I said, you have to be creative a little bit. So it's not just the easy one where you just type some, for a click on a multiple choice answer. So yeah, that's nice. And of course the prize is great. So, I think people, are excited.
Yeah, I think £1,000 each of Orlebar Brown clothing can get you some decent stuff, and it'll be fun because it's like you're gonna...
even at Orlebar Brown, it will get you some stuff.
Yeah, even with a luxury brand. If it was a Octopussy robe, you'd be shit out of luck. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
yeah.
would not work at all. And by the way, we've got some people.
Bracelet.
They're not just drinking alcohol. We've got people drinking bottled water. That's all good. And we also have individuals drinking protein shakes. I'm pretty sure I just saw Daniel Gomez, good guy, drinking protein shakes. So good for you. You don't need to be drinking during a happy hour alcoholic beverages. All I'm saying is it might help. That's all.
Well, and also we just wanted to stay, on message here. So we're talking about Bond here. So yeah, we know what he does with his shakes, but yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Remmert, one of the things we wanted to do, you and I talked about this, is we wanted to have a happy hour where we can talk about the week and we can talk about Bond and No Time to Die. I mean, we've got, 168 of our closest friends on right now. But we also talked about, we don't want to be those guys that are like, let's wait till the last 10 minutes. And that's where the real creme de la creme will be. And we'll announce the winners. We don't want to be those guys. So here's what we're going to do, folks. Here's the cadence of this. We are actually going to share a PowerPoint where we announce the winners. But Remmert and I were so impressed with a lot of entries. We chose just a few of the entries to share with you, even outside the winners, because the winners were random. Correct, Remmert? They were just picked out of a hat, so to speak.
Yeah, random.
Randomized machines, these sentient machines, Cyberdyne type machines that chose the winners. And but there are some entries. I mean, you guys and gals, and we had mix, believe it or not, really got creative. I mean, some people wrote poems, songs, and even
little stories. Yeah,
stories, right?
Yeah,
like actual stories, which is just crazy. So without further ado, 9 minutes into this, we are going to announce everything. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Wait for it. Don't rush. Don't push. Okay, now can everybody see the PowerPoint? And remember, you collect the answers if they can see or not, because I'm looking at my PowerPoint right now. So you let me know when they can see that.
Yeah. All right. I can see it. So.
Well, you can see it, but can the YouTube people see it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they say. Someone say yes. I can see that guy picking a lock.
Oh yeah, there we go. Everybody sees it.
All right. So here we go. These are contest entries that unlocked our inner bond. But first, before we get to that, we do want to pick the two winners. We have no idea if the two winners are on this live stream. So they may see it live. They may not, right?
Yeah, no, indeed. No, that's yeah, I guess maybe a small chance that they're on there. I don't know. Like we'll see. But we're of course gonna also announce the names of the winners on the website or on the social media later. So this is not your only moment to see the name, but yeah.
Absolutely. Well, so Remmert, drum roll, please. Diggity, 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 diggity. That was very good. You obviously were in marching band or something. I can tell. And Remmert, the first winner is actually from your site. So here we go. Let's see if it actually builds.
Well, I can announce the
this only happened to the other fella. George is not the winner, folks. That's the breaker slide. Hold on. Here we go.
There we go. The winner of the £1,000 shopping spree at Orlebar Brown is Nick Meadows. He was, as we said, chosen randomly from all the entries. And his sentence was, for me as an Ian Fleming enthusiast, I would have to go to Jamaica wearing the Dr. No toweling polo by Orlebar Brown for the ultimate Bond lifestyle experience. Nice. Well, Nick, yeah, congratulations. You got, as I said, £1,000. Well, I'm not sure where you are, but you got £1,000. That's about 1,100 euros. I guess about 1,300 US dollars. So depending on where you are, you can spend that money on Orlebar Brown stuff. And I guess preferably from the 007 collection.
Yeah, and I guess he could get a lot more than the toweling polo with that, can't he? All right. So then from YouTube, again, completely random, out of all the different entries, drum roll, part two. Here we go. Here we go. Second winner. Who will it be? Tesos Tatsis. And if I mispronounced your name, I apologize. But Tesos wrote, for the ultimate James Bond lifestyle experience. I like how he blended our names. I would travel to the Love Beach, located in the New Providence Island, Bahamas, wearing the Orlebar Brown Thunderball 007 Cardinal Capri collar shirt, which, by the way, I'm wearing, to relive a well-known scene from Thunderball 1965. In this famous scene, Bond reworks his swim shorts for lunch-appropriate attire by adding a shirt like this fine Italian linen style for a bite to eat with Domino. So Tesos, congratulations. You have the other £1,000, and we will be sending both of you information, connecting you with the head of marketing. And hopefully tomorrow you're both online shopping away. So congratulations.
Congratulations, yeah, both to Nick and Tassos.
But Remmert, we had some really cool entries, and we read every single one, didn't we?
I know, it was crazy actually. I mean, yeah, to see the creativity of the entries, and the job was relatively easy. Like write a sentence about your favorite Bond location and which Orlebar Brown piece you want to take, and using the words lifestyle and experience. So people, got pretty creative. I must say, I also tried to sort of see which ones were the most popular. With the Orlebar Brown pieces, it was a bit difficult to see like sort of a mega winner. I guess it was pretty varied. From the linen suit, often went to like places like Monaco or Portugal. But I think the main location definitely is Jamaica. Was definitely mentioned, I think, the most, and the Bahamas. So Caribbean basically in general was definitely the most. But also places like I said, Portugal, Madeira, Piscloria, even Hawaii, Hong Kong, like all kinds of places. Also places where people lived, like Croatia or New Brunswick or in Canada, like literally everything that came by. So it was very varied. But yeah, we wanted to maybe read a few, just to that this is not even a selection of like best or not. It was just the ones that got our attention, and we would probably read like 200 if we could, but we won't bore you with that.
That's right. We don't want to make the whole happy about this, but I'll let you take the first one, and it's a rhyme.
This was funny from Johannes Kazda. To experience the beaches of Cancun, I would be over the moon with Orlebar Brown's support. I would be wearing my Thunderball swim short, getting a glance of Bond's lifestyle. This would make me more than just smile.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That was phenomenal.
A real poet, yeah.
So this is great. So FMJ 1990 Dutch actually wrote a bit of a screenplay. So the phone rings. Yes, Tanner. He's in the Bahamas, Nassau. Favorite location, by the way. You woke me to share his holiday plans, Tanner. Well, he's logged into our security website using your name and password. How the hell does he know these things? Tanner, I'm doing my best to find out. What's he after? Tanner, he's going for a poker game at the Ocean Club, then relax on the beach, enjoying his time off duty. What a lifestyle this man has. Did he bring his Orlebar Brown's linen jacket and trousers? Can't imagine him having a top-notch experience without his lucky outfit. Tanner, I'll keep you informed, ma'am.
That's half screenplay right there.
All right, it's yours.
This one just got this just gets this crazy image in your head, basically from Marcel Bauer. Riding my motocross bike on the roof of Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, just wearing the toweling onesie. No protection, maximum adrenaline rush experience. Next level Bond lifestyle, I would say. I thought was funny.
I love that. I almost want to give him the prize just for the ouch factor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can just picture that, especially with Daniel Craig wearing that, driving the motorcycle.
Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Matta Still. My dear girl, there are some things that in my experience just aren't done, such as enjoying the bohemian lifestyle without my Orlebar Brown Thunderball blue shirt. That's just as bad as listening to One Direction without earmuffs. I love how he updated it. Nice job, Matt.
Nice update. Very good update, yeah. Great.
This is yours?
Here's another nice one that goes to a very original location from Adrian Oldland. For my ultimate Bond trip, I would like to take a trip to outer space and pay visit to Jaws, who was last seen floating in space in 1979. Fully equipped, wearing the Orlebar Brown Moonraker swim shorts, factory entertainment laser gun in hand, and Jaws teeth inserted, I would be well stocked to experience the lifestyle in outer space Jaws has been living for all these years. I'm curious how he keeps busy. And who knows, perhaps I'll bump into Roger on my way up.
Oh,
that's nice.
I love that. I love that little nod to Roger in there. That was great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Ian Adrian says, it may seem an unusual lifestyle choice, spending one's life in the shadows, always looking over your shoulder in case an enemy from your past or a woman scorned should set upon you when you least expect it. But getting to cruise the wet streets of Paris in a borrowed V8 Volante at 1 a.m, wearing your well-worn Orlebar Brown linen jacket, makes the whole experience worth it. I mean, that seems like an excerpt from a novel. I love what he did there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well written. Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go. One from Ben Haslam. Also so descriptive, For James Bond, this was a new experience. His drink was cold. The view of girls cavorting in the water was pleasurable, and the Jamaican breeze currently blowing through his favorite camp shirt, a memento of Operation Thunderball, was warm for once. Nobody wanted Bond dead. There were no plots to foil, no maniacs to kill, and Bond could put his lifestyle of death and misery for Queen and country behind him.
Love it. Love it. Very descriptive.
Oh.
All right, this one was great because of the brevity and the creativity, and it's Bobby Morelli, who a lot of you know matched perfectly. But he did this in haiku format as a nod to his dream location, Kili, Japan. So he says, OB in Japan, such a dream experience. Lifestyle upgrade. That's it.
That's great.
It's a haiku.
That's a really good one, actually. That's awesome, actually. I like that one. That was very good.
Really stood out, didn't it?
Very short, yeah. Because I was also looking for like the shortest ones that are like good, you know. But yeah, this is a great one. Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's very minimalistic. Yeah, nice.
All right, now this next one is yours, and the question is, are you going to sing it?
Oh, I'm afraid not. But
Oh,
Remmert, Ben picked in Thunderball song form. Remmert always runs while others walk. David experiences while other men just talk. Nassau has the lifestyle that takes all. In my pink shorts from Thunderball.
very nice. You know what? I feel like if you were on your second Heineken, you would have sang that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I would.
Okay, I love this one. This is great. Jonathan Snowden, a great name, great glasses. Sailing the last distance toward the beach, I look up from my Spirit 54 yacht and see the Fontainebleau Hotel towering over the iconic pool below. I adjust the side tabs of my Goldfinger shorts and dive from the bow for a brisk swim to the shore. There's a Dom Perignon 53 already waiting in my suite after all. And as with most simple pleasures in this lifestyle, I intend to experience it properly, chilled, never above 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Great encapsulation.
Yeah, that's good.
And the very last one that you chose, Jason Needham.
Jason Needham. Launch my lifestyle into low Earth orbit to experience an escape from the jaws of COVID-19 and hear my real-life Bond girl whisper as she wraps herself in the knit wool of my Obi Moonraker half-zip. Take me around the world one more time. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a very current one. Let's say.
He's attempting
like
re-entry.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, there's just so many good ones. Of course, you know, there's many more that we could mention. This is just to show what kind of entries there were. I know yours are actually public, of course, on your YouTube channel. Mine sort of disappeared into the contest database. Maybe I'll put them up one day. But yeah, I mean, well done for everyone, and congratulations to the winners, of course. And yeah, definitely keep us posted what you get from it if you're here. I'm not sure actually if they're here. I didn't read anyone screaming in the chat, so the winners might not be here. But we'll hear from them later.
Yeah, hopefully if any of the winners are in the chat, absolutely say so. We'd love to hear back. So Remmert, we're still enjoying. First of all, how is your Heineken?
It's chilled. It's good. Perfect temperature. Great.
It's good. You're enjoying it. Everybody enjoying their things out there. I saw that Roland was writing away. He's a writer. He's amazing. Great novels. He does a website where he talks about different novels. I see that Roland was drinking tequila, so people are still enjoying their libations. But remember, maybe we should talk about the week in review. Like, what's happened in Bond this week? Because a lot of people always come to me and they go, "There's nothing really happening in Bond," and I'm like, I don't know. There's always seems to be something happening. But what have you observed this week?
And there's always, well, I mean, it started off with the sort of, for me, unexpected, Aston Martin launch of the two limited edition. No Time to Die inspired Aston Martin vehicles, the DBS Superleggera and the V8 of the Vantage. I mean, that was I think that was really great. I really liked the Vantage. I think it had so many limited edition details, which I really liked, more even than the DBS. But the DBS, of course, is the one from the movie most similar. But I like them both. I think that they were great, upgrades from the standard DBS and Vantage. Definitely a collectible. So that was a great start of the week, fit in your, Aston Martin week, which may or may not have been coincidental. But then there's also the small things, the small things like on AJB, there was, Mattia who identified the AJB 007 forum for the uninitiated. Somebody identified the white halter top worn by Nomi, can be seen in the trailer and in like an Entertainment Weekly photo. A very difficult item, I think, to identify because it's it's hard to look for something like that. And as it turned out, it's not available anymore. It's barely even online now anywhere, even with images. So kudos to Mattia for identifying that. So I added that to the website just today. It's an Isabelle Marant halter top. It's a French brand.
I have a question about this stuff because as you mentioned that piece, do you ever go to your beautiful wife and say, "Hey, honey, would you ever be interested in this?" Like any of the stuff, the rouge dress, any of that?
Yeah, usually you send it, show it to her basically, and ask her opinion about the pieces. And yeah, definitely. This one actually not yet because it's so recent. I didn't even show it yet. But for example, the Massimo Dutti dress or the other dresses, shoes. Yeah, usually I run it by her to see what she thinks of it.
Nice, nice. Does she ever want any of the pieces or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a question of wanting. She just gets it. If it's something that I like as well. No, I don't have that many pieces for her. I guess the main, beautiful thing that I have for her is the Sophie Harley necklace, which was an amazing item, I thought.
Yeah.
And there's one or two dresses, but really not that much actually. She's not a
The,
big fan, but
the
yeah. So it's from like the big things to the small things this week. I think from to Aston Martins to like a top. But yeah, not that much big news in another way. What about you?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was fun to do a week that was themed. I generally don't do that. Um, there was a lot of crushing news all at once, and I had some videos that I had done on it as well. But it was interesting coming to the conclusion and you had actually posted about the Aston Martin collaboration with the whiskey company. And the
Yeah,
you know the fact that it's a $62,000 bottle, only a few available,
yeah,
realizing that
crazy. Yeah,
that bottle of whiskey costs more than what I paid for my actual Aston Martin.
yeah, it's bizarre. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Yeah, even if the bottle is made of one of the what do you call it? But it's still an insane amount of money, and it's like what we were talking about it last week actually, or 2 weeks ago when we said that some things are just getting a little out of hand price wise, with some of the clothing, some of the limited editions, which it just like if it's an Aston Martin, that's one thing because like a new Aston Martin is always expensive, so that there can be variations in that. But yeah, like a whiskey that costs more than an Aston Martin starts to become slightly ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, and it's the question begs is, for the people that are on this, stream right now, and obviously us, who is that for? I got giddy. I did a quick little Instagram review on a set of stickers. There was a set of
Mm.
stickers that came out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much fun. You put them on your computer, you put them on your, water bottle, you put them on your phone. They're, 5 pounds or, something like that. I think that you've got to kind of connect on all different levels. It's for everyone.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly. No, totally. I think that's important, and sometimes they kind of forget that. I'm not sure if I have the I don't have the press release with me now, but I think it said something. I think in the press release, maybe for that Bowmore whiskey, something like something for the fans, like this great collaboration or blah blah blah. And I was really like, well, I mean, not really, like I mean, this is really for nobody, like this is just for so specific. Like I wonder if the people that buy it. I mean, there might be some fans in there, but like it's not something that the fans can really enjoy except look at the pictures, I guess, So some things are they're fun of course too, that they do something extreme sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's not something that many of us have any use for, can even aspire to. It's beyond anything, so
I'll tell
that's
you
a
what
shame, but it's still yeah.
one of the things I was going to mention though is, I always, there'll always be the little kind of blast of a new product or something. And you and I, that's kind of what we're about. That's what our channels are about. So we like to gravitate to that. But you can get nourished pretty easily from all the content. There's podcasters galore now. There's a lot of Instagrammers that are on now. I don't know if you saw it, but Martijn Mulder actually put out a 007-minute location video today on YouTube. It was the
Yeah,
premiere of
yeah.
that, and he's going to have a
Hmm.
steady stream of that. And they're so highly produced. Did you watch it?
Not yet, no, but I will. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm actually going to write a little article on it on the website soon. I think it's a great idea. I also like his idea of doing it in 7 minutes. So actually, I'm gonna probably watch it tonight, but after this. But yeah, it's a great idea, and he's definitely the main resource, I would say, for locations. So yeah, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah. So Craig Wright wants to point out that we had some news about the new No Time to Die pop figures. What did you think of those?
Ah, yes, yeah. I think yeah. I mean, again, it's like I like those because they're very accessible, and they're very cute, and definitely a, a nice merchandise thing. But there somehow I'm not 100% into them. But I like one or two, I like a one or two bonds. But I think those are great. I mean, the James Bond 007 store, the official store, actually is full of these kind of, merchandise. There's so many things, it's even hard to keep up. All kinds of games, card games. Now the T-shirts there's so many. There's all kinds of charging, power banks. There's so many things, and yeah, I think that is actually great for collectors. So I think they also definitely do the part for the cheaper, more affordable, nice merchandise. So. I think those would fit in that category, but yeah, somehow, it's not my focus of my collection, let's say that way.
No, I'm definitely going to get a couple of them. I do like the Craig one where he's wearing kind of the commando outfit. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
But you've got, obviously a son, and without getting into details, might he not pick up a pop figure every now and then and start to?
That's true. It might be about almost the age for that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It's
the first thing he said today, actually, he said, it was really funny. He was sort of slowly getting to know, James Bond, because he's 5 years old. And he said, like, well, if he's a secret agent, then why is everybody talking about him? Why does everybody know him? I was like, yeah, you already broke it down, like in the first moment you could learn about this guy. It's true. It's weird. It's not a great secret agent if everybody knows about him.
By the way, I want to make a call out to somebody. This is going to seem very random and off the reservation, but there's a gentleman it's on the chat right now, Great Wuta, I think Great Wuta, and he's saying, hey, nobody made fun of me on my mistake I did on Dave and Joe's Goldfinger review. So he had thought I was wearing a Dr. No polo when I was wearing the onesie. It was an honest mistake, and he's got to stop beating himself up. And here's the thing. We don't care here. This is the Bond community. We're all a bunch of geeks. There's no level. I love it when people go, oh, you're a bigger geek because of that, and you're a bigger geek. No, we're all the same geek in different faces and styles. So don't worry about it. All are welcome, and we're not going to bully. We're not here to bully. We're not here to attack. And out of all the places in the world, job, family, friends, pandemic, I'd like to think of this as a safe zone. So don't you worry. Done. Sorry about that, Rem.
Sorry. I definitely agree that this is like a good we're also definitely entertainment channels here, so it's not we definitely appreciate the seriousness of what's going on, and the choice between a Heineken and a Red Stripe is mostly like a fun break, end of the week kind of decision, but it doesn't reflect what's going on in the world today, that's for sure.
That's right. Although I'm sorry, I think Red Stripe is just so Connery. And listen, I like a good Heineken now. By the way, did you try the 00 Heineken?
No, not yet, actually. No, I should.
It's okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't write home about it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Roland says, my wife describes the community as your Bond nerds. Your Bond nerds. So at least it's possessive, as if Roland has combined and collective ownership of it. And he does mention that he's proud. So nicely done. Hey, geeks and nerds have inherited the world. Don't you think, Rem?
No, it's true. Exactly. Yeah. I enjoyed actually your Aston Martin video that you brought out this week about your own Vantage. It was a great video. I definitely recommend people watching it. It must be that's a real Bond moment to get something like that. And I think the Vantage is just such a great looking car. That's also one of the reasons, I think it's a great choice. It's such a beautifully proportioned car, so well done that I think it would even be it would have been a great Bond car. It's a very beautiful design, which I think is definitely timeless. Still looks really good. Your 2006 model.
I fell in love with the color and the size, and I did test drive a DBS, and it was just a smidge too big for me. And honestly, the sound of it was like sitting on a rocket. Like the whole thing was like nearly shaking. The Vantage was just right for me. I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'9", and it's like, it didn't overwhelm me, but it felt good. It felt like a well-worn, broken-in boot or a shoe, if that makes sense. But as you heard in the video, like I got something, I don't know, I've got an affliction for butts, and the back end of that car is just so amazing. Oh, The vapors. I got a case of the horribles.
Because of it.
Well, you're a big car guy too. You love cars. I remember when you and I were in London the first time I met you, you were literally going around taking pictures of cars.
Yeah, and actually, that's something I did when I was really young. Actually, that's one of the things that I guess was my Bond lifestyle when I was like a teenager. I always liked to just take pictures of the cars when we went on holiday in the south of France. You know, in Côte d'Azur, there was just a lot of cars. Like still, if you go in Monaco, like there's a car like every 5 minutes. So I got these even these throwaway cameras. That was way before digital. And just wait for walk around as a little kid and just wait for that Ferrari to pass or that Lamborghini to pass. It was a good sort of collecting car pictures basically. So yeah, that was definitely a fun time.
All right, I want to try something. I did not prepare you at all for this, but if somebody came to you and said, Remmert, you've kept the Bond flag flying, wow, that was hard to say, all these years, we're going to give you the car of your dreams. It doesn't need to be a Bond car. What car do you choose?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. Yeah. I can mention you two of the most beautiful cars that I think that are actually not even that expensive, basically, that are really on my list, basically. Would be the Volvo P1800. That's the original Saints car, the Roger Moore car, the white car that he drives in the original Saints series, which I think it's just a stunning car. And they're definitely going up in value right now, as every old car is going up in value, but it's a beautiful line, beautiful lines. And then also actually the Jaguar XJS, which is actually also a Saint car. But every time I see that car, I'm like, oh man, the Jaguar XJS is just like such an amazing, beautiful car. The closed version, like either V6 or V12, any of them would be fine. But those two are just somehow, I really like those two cars. But I guess like the Aston Martin DB5 is probably the top Bond and cars together, so that would probably be my main car. But I think the Jaguar XJS and the Volvo P1800 would be a close second and third, actually.
And Campbell shares your love the DB5, but we got a couple people like Der Alta Trekkie who says Kit. We even have Michael Hansen saying a 1982 Volvo DL. Kind of cool.
Also, a great case.
Yeah, Nicholas Slayton says, what's that?
I like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Actually, I've actually sat in one once. It's a crazy car. Actually, it's really unique, and it's still unique. And the guy that was selling the cars, he had like a few of them, and he said like it basically that car gives you more looks than any other car as well. Like it's just if you drive up with something like that and you open your door, you get more people look at you than even if you have a Porsche or something. Yeah, so it's,
DT UK says he likes the Lotus from For Your Eyes Only. I do like that red Lotus. There's the red Lotus doesn't get a lot of love. People are like, oh, that's the secondhand after the white one blows up, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing out loud because Fletcher Sykes, he's a jokester. He says the 1966 Batmobile. Well done. Well done. I do like that too. All right, Remmert, I've got a no time to die conversation with you, and I want everybody in the chat. Got about 105 people, so you could see how many people left after the announcement. It's quite adorable. But for those of you still staying around for a happy hour, first of all, I need to get another red stripe. Hold on.
You got them cool, dude. Nice.
I've come prepared for a chilly reception. What? Such a geek you are. Question for you is, here we go. And it's the question. Are we going to be seeing a movie this November?
I
know you speak to Barbara Broccoli every day. So what's the
no, not really. But I don't think so, actually. I don't think it's going to happen. Not in cinemas, for sure not. That's at least my opinion. But maybe a video on demand, but I also don't think that. I mean, maybe they're waiting now to see what happens with current releases, but somehow I don't see it happening. I mean, if it happens, I think it would be a financial disaster for them, probably. But I mean, maybe things get back on track soon, but somehow I don't see it happen. So I think as a financial decision, they would say no. Even though, of course, we all would love to see the movie right now or in November as soon as possible, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I unfortunately, I'm still kind of leaning towards the fact that we won't. I know there's a lot of discussion outside the trades and inside the trades of everybody watching Tenet. The only problem is here, for those of you not in the States, August 20th, some movie theaters did open, and, obviously to limited capacity. And they're finding, and it's only, literally 24 hours, 36 hours later, so it's still too early to tell, but people are reticent. And so you may not neglect, that's probably the wrong word, neutralize the United States market in this particular case. It'd be interesting with Tenet. Are they still going to do 3 weeks in the theater and then go to video on demand, or am I dreaming that?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think that would help that much if things are not open 100%, and if people are even afraid to go. That might be another thing, because even if they're open, like, not, you might not get the masses that you normally get. I mean, like I said before, the diehards will go, but will you get everybody? So yeah, I don't think it's going to help that much to do that.
By the way, I love people in the live stream, such Bond fans. Literally, people are going, "What's a Tenet?"
Yeah,
so yeah. I'm sorry, it's not a James Bond film. My apologies. It is. It's that's adorable.
It's a new Christopher Nolan movie,
film, yeah.
Of course. With I know it also because there's the Hamilton watches in the movie. Pretty obviously, they made.
Oh, really?
They have really customized Hamilton watches in the film. Apparently, I didn't see it yet, but they have a red one and a blue one that is part of the story. Maybe Matrix style, I'm not sure. Where basically they made watches for real that had like a digital sort of screen behind the analog screen. And
wow.
Unfortunately, I mean, they do release a sort of special edition of this watch right now, but that doesn't have that digital screen, which is kind of a shame. I thought it does have the red or the blue details you can choose, but they spend a lot of time and effort actually on making those watches for that film. So for that reason, I would already just watch it. Plus, of course, it's a new Christopher Nolan.
I heard it's great. A good friend of ours who we both know from Norway has seen the film because he's in the industry, and he said it was excellent. So, I mean, that's good. Mm-hmm. But by the way, Nicholas Slayton mentioned, which I think is worth noting, all theaters except for drive-ins in California, he lives in California, are closed. Same in New York. So New York theaters are not allowed to open up, and probably won't be for the foreseeable future. So this is kind of,
I mean, so November is still, of course, a little bit away. It's not right now. I mean, it could happen, maybe, but like I said, I think for really like to make a big splash, I think it's going to be very, very difficult.
Now, yesterday, Remmert, something happened. I don't even know if you know. So I may be telling you for the first time, but I did hear on a call this morning that yesterday the UK took off their restrictions of people coming from the United States. It used to be that if you were going from the United States to the UK, you actually had to quarantine for 12 days.
Oh, yeah.
And they took that restriction off. So you can go to Portugal, you can go to the UK, as long as you have been tested within 5 days of your travel and can show, obviously, a negative testing, you can travel. So does that give us hope that we can go to a premiere?
Well, so that's another thing. Yeah. I really wonder if I know. Even if they would release the movie in theaters, I then still doubt that there would be a premiere like normal. Like I think that might be another thing that might not happen, even if they release the movie. But I mean, it might, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Yeah. And by the way, Jan Clerk says Tanner got his own movie. And I assume that if people are like, all right, if you're not going to release a Bond film, can you make a Tanner film? I don't know how that would work. I don't know if I could watch 2.5 hours of Tanner.
The Netflix series, at least, that everybody can watch.
Yeah. Someone's asking, can you come to Germany? I've been to Germany a couple times, and Rem used to live in Germany. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I've been I was in Berlin for 2 years. Yeah.
That's right. Corey Kraft says 14 days in Canada. Wait, so Corey, if we come over for your impending wedding, we have to quarantine for 14 days first? Is that what you're saying? Remmert, I assume you were invited to Corey's wedding.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know who Corey is? So Corey is another James Bond podcast. It's
yeah.
Yeah, it's a husband and wife duel that they watch the films together. For her, it could be the first time. For him, clearly it's not. He's a Bond fan. She's aware that James Bond is a thing. And the two of them bring on guests and talk about It's a great podcast. If you're looking for things to do on your walk or working out, yeah, there's a plug. And no, they don't sponsor me. So there it is. So Remmert, what's the next like brand thing we're going to be talking about? Do you think? Like what's on the horizon?
I think we got a surprise coming from Crockett and Jones at some point. I'm not sure when, but
Ooh.
yeah, we don't know when,
All right.
and can't say much about that yet. I mean, it's been slightly announced, I think, here and there. It's
Yeah.
not totally new
Quietly. Yeah.
information, but I think that will be coming at some point. But I don't know any specific date actually. Yeah.
And
That's all I know for now.
I'm curious to see, I mean, since I've got you on board. By the way, for those of you that want to ask questions, please start to throw your questions here or content that you want to talk about in the top chat and we'll cover it. But one of the things is that I'm going to find it very interesting to see if they announce that there is no Bond film, what will the brands do? What will Globetrotter do? What will Omega do? What will all these brands do that we're ready to, kind of reinvigorate their marketing engine? Will they still go ahead with it? What do you think?
I think that some of them might have to even invent a whole new line that they have actually time almost to make another one because Orlebar Brown is now probably through their stuff. Globetrotter, like you said, did their thing, and Peel did their thing. So they might have time if the movie is postponed to next summer. They will probably have a whole new collection at that time. I would say because we're definitely going to miss the sort of workings of the brand and the movie release together if the movie comes out in November, which normally of course is a big part of both promotions of the movie and the product. That part now is sort of broken up in many different months, so if they decide to release in whatever June, July next year, then actually all those brands would have time to come up with one more thing to do again, that sort of together marketing effort, which I think if they do it in November, there won't be any of that. So
Yeah,
that's maybe another reason not to actually release the movie in November.
it could be. And a couple people have actually called out and said, "What about Turnbull and Asser?" And it's good. I mean, through some of the forums, they've been talking about a release of new ties, but they're Turnbull and Asser. I don't think this is not a secret. They're also talking about releasing some clothing as well and doing a Bond line.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll see
Mm-hmm.
that sometime in the fall, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be a good time for them to release because summer is of course definitely the Orlebar Brown time, and then when we get closer to the autumn and the cold winter, then
Yeah.
we need our warm.
Remmert, this question's for you. Your site.
Okay.
Any update on which Tom Ford ties are in No Time to Die? Will there be a overarching update?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Tom Ford brand is something that I always have. I must be honest, a slight difficulty in catching up. And I know there's like on the AJB forum, there's a lot of experts. And David, you yourself are quite an expert on Tom Ford. Somehow for me, I would have to. I'm definitely not the person that knows that himself. I definitely need some information from other people, but it's definitely something I need to add because there's definitely a lot of ties. Even from Spectre and from Skyfall that I didn't add, in detail, which compared to, for example, the Turnbull and Asser ties, of course, get a lot of promotion and information and, pages. But somehow the Tom Ford ties, maybe it's because they're all like a shade of blue or gray. It's also different from like the Turnbull and Asser ties that are slightly different and harder to replicate than the Tom Ford ties if you want to just get the look. But it's definitely a good question, and it's definitely a weak point. I need to add some more information. By the way, guys, it's I put it on American time, of course. Here,
5:48.
That's the same time. That's the time from Live and Let Die. If you look on this watch in the morning, but this is of course the PM. But U.S. time 5:48 is right now.
Nice. Hey, by the way, the Tom Ford thing, maybe we can arrange a call with Justin from New York City, the managing director over there. But it's been interesting this time around because they don't have an official correlation. They don't have a capsule that's official with James Bond. So they've got to be a little bit on the outskirts of it. Yes, they've obviously supplied quite a few things. So even as I've asked, they sent me everything from the movie, and I asked, all right, which tie goes with which? They actually couldn't say.
Yeah.
So
oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So they don't.
yeah, we've had to like piece things apart a little bit, and it's been
Mm-hmm.
interesting. But as we find out, we will let people know about it, of course.
No, exactly. They're actually important items in a way. Like if we speak about thermal Nasser, then I mean the Tom Ford ties are definitely a big part of the look of the Daniel Craig era James Bond. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, we have another question, Rem. So DK asks, if we're sitting in a theater wearing masks, how much will it change? And obviously sitting apart, how much will it change the experience? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess it would change. It would definitely change the experience. I mean, for me, the best time is though going with a group of friends to the movie. So I think as long as you can have that, but I think that would also be difficult. Like you can't really go to a bar before or get together. I mean, you could, but it's going to be slightly different. That whole atmosphere. So yeah, I think you're right that basically the atmosphere of the experience is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Like nothing now is the same. Yeah.
It depends on your mask.
Yeah, I saw that one this morning. Yeah, that's a good one.
If you could wear this, or depending on if you live by the beach, you could.
Nice.
You could wear this, and then if you totally want to be, kiss ass, you just.
Yeah, you got to send me some of those.
It's a mask society. I have so many masks. It's ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah, well, it's definitely also a Zoom society now. Like everything is via Zoom. Like I can't imagine going to school right now and working with that or university. I mean, it must be terrible, and I feel sorry for the people that that's their school or university experience.
I know. I was telling you, Remmert, like when we were prepping for this call, that this will be my 5th Zoom of today. It's my only James Bond one, but I mean, it's my 5th Zoom
that's
because
crazy. Yeah.
And all of my pitches are Zoom pitches, which is just unbelievable.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's definitely unfortunate. But yeah, well, I really hope we can meet up again soon as well in some events or some launch. But yeah, we'll have to hope for. And otherwise, we're going to keep meeting on Zoom for sure.
Absolutely.
Maybe do some. We have some cool things planned, so we'll definitely
Yeah, hopefully some more contests and live streams. I will just kind of reiterate something that hopefully a lot of you know, is that Roland, who's on here right now, will appreciate this. There's something that sparked from Operation Phoenix Freefall, where we basically had talked about the hashtag Fleming Reading Challenge to try to get people motivated to read again, starting with Casino Royale. And next Saturday, we have our very first James Bond book club. And it's a live stream. It's just going to be just like this, but there's going to be 3 panelists who are going to be helping me to talk about Casino Royale. You're going to help me talk about, people in the chat are going to be talking about Casino Royale. And it's going to be, just like any good book club, we'll have drinks. So that's coming up. And then in October.
That's a great one. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, in October, we will be having another major online event happening. And this time it's going to be themed, another operation. It's going to be themed.
Great. Okay. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be Remmert themed. Everything Remmert. And he's going to sing that song, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. That's great, Dave. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
It'll be fun. Remmert, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. This has been fun.
Yeah, this was great, Dave. It's a great contest. Nice to be on your channel here and see some of the people here online and their questions and their comments. And I'm going to put the name of the winner once again on the website as well, so people can find it. And yeah, congrats again to both the winners actually. And yeah, we'll hope to hear from them and see them in their outfits.
Absolutely. And by the way, I do know, because I saw him like freaking out, that the winner that I announced is actually on this live stream.
Oh, he is? Okay, great. That's great. Yeah. That's awesome.
Now he may have gone to sleep because I think he said he's from Greece. So
okay.
Might be time for Betty Bye. I'm not too sure. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Remington Steele writes, you two need to create a James Bond club where you get access to events like locations, clubs, restaurants, Formula One, then access to JB clothes and items. Wow, that sounds like an empire, Rem.
Yeah, that sounds like an American Express black card, but the American Express Bond lifestyle card or something like that. It's a
I
good
think
idea.
that's best for the Bond lifestyle. I think I could see that on your site pretty easily.
Yeah, no, it's a fun idea though. It's definitely a good idea. Yeah, I hope we can actually do like real meetings. And because you had a meeting, we met you in London, of course, last year for the brand tour of London.
Oh, it
Like
was
that
amazing.
was a great event. So that kind of stuff I
Yeah.
think can definitely be happening more once we can all get around again and meet up
Yeah.
in a place like London and do bonds things like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. We said that and by the way, if there is a premiere and there is something going on and Remmert and I can get there, we are still going to do Operation Barracuda. I mean, the place, the casino have been in touch. Nina, who oversees
Mhm.
the events, says whenever it's okay and we can do it and there's a premiere around it and we're in town. And I mean, oh my gosh, we had so many people going to that event. And it'd be great to do that in
Mhm.
person, of course.
Yeah, no, totally. And yeah, yeah. Now let's look forward to when everything hopefully gets back to normal, perhaps somewhere next year.
Exactly. All right, Rem, we're going to close out. Thank you so
Hmm.
much for everybody sticking with us, watching this, even after the winners were
Hmm.
announced, which means you really
Yeah, that's
wanted a
great actually.
happy
I'm
hour.
surprised.
I was surprised
Yeah.
too. Happily
Yeah,
surprised.
that's good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes, I mean, some people just have to go to bed, of course. But yeah,
Or
for
to the
the happy
bathroom,
hour
like
people,
me.
yeah, a long time. But no, it was great to be on, Dave. Thanks again for having me on, and it was great organizing this with you. And we'll definitely do a lot more stuff. So stay tuned, everybody, and definitely more contests coming and videos. So yeah, see you soon.
Sounds great. All right. Remmert, take care. Give my love to the family. And this has again been David Zaritsky. And we'll see you all real soon. Take care. All right. And we are